It's 2025. We have AI that writes code, smart glasses replacing phones, and the entire world's knowledge is in our pocket. But when you walk into a hospital or a government office, you will still see one strange machine there, the fax. Why? Why does a piece of tech from the 1980s still survive in the age of cloud, blockchain, and 5G? The answer isn't just surprising. It exposes a side of tech most people never talk about. But in today's video, we will be talking about this side of tech. Let's get into it. Before we get into why it still exists, let's quickly understand what a fax machine actually does. Because many people today have never ever used one. A fax machine takes a physical sheet of paper, scans the document line by line, and turns it into the electronic signals. Basically, these are sounds. Those signals are then sent over a traditional telephone lines, and on the other end, the receiving fax machine converts the sound back into text or image and prints it out on real paper. It's like sending an email through a wire. And here's the weird part. This tech hasn't changed much since the 1980s. The machine is physical, the paper is rare, the wires are analog, but somehow it still works. Now we will discuss the real reason why do fax machine actually exists. Now that you know what a fax machine is, the real question in your mind would be, why is it still being used in 2025 in hospitals, in banks, and even in government offices? It seems ridiculous, right? But when you dig deeper, it actually makes sense. See, the major reason could be security, as emails can be hacked, files can be intercepted in the cloud. But a fax? It doesn't go through the internet at all. It sends data directly through a telephone line. No servers, no middlemen, no hacker lurking. That's why healthcare and legal industries still trust it for sensitive documents. Another reason is that it is legally required in some places. In places like Japan and even parts of US, faxing is still written into the law. Want to submit a medical form or a government contract? You might legally be required to fax it. Why? Because the laws were written decades ago and never updated. Another reason is these organizations running on legacy systems. Hospitals and offices often run on legacy systems, software and hardware that's 10 or 20 years old. Replacing those systems is expensive, risky, and time consuming. So, instead of upgrading, they just keep the fax plugged in. Now we will discuss in chapter 3, will fax ever be truly replaced? So now, you are probably wondering, will we ever get rid of fax machines for good? The answer is yes, but slowly, very slowly. Many companies and hospitals are moving to digital faxing, where the message is still faxed, it's sent through email or cloud platforms. Instead of phone lines, it's faxed without the noise, paper jams, or bulky machines. But here's the catch. The system behind it is often still fax-based, just modernized. The only thing that's really changed is how it's sent. And remember, changing a system that's deeply built into law, healthcare, or government takes time, approvals, and funding. That's why fax is still hanging on. It's not because the tech is great, it's because the system around it hasn't caught up. So that was the reason why fax machine still exists in 2025. The purpose of this video was to ensure so that next time you see a fax machine, you don't laugh. It's not just a relic, it's a reminder that in tech, the newest tool doesn't always win. Sometimes the most boring one does. And if you want to learn about why CDs are making a comeback in 2025, just click on this video on screen. Make sure to like and subscribe so we can keep bringing videos like this. Peace out.